was separated and put in an isolation period so that I could learn God's voice. I didn't know what God sounded like. I couldn't decipher my intuition, which is God, spirit, and my ego. And when I was alone with myself and I asked myself questions and I cultivated this sense of safety with God, and I realized like I wasn't getting punished and I wasn't bad and I wasn't, unworthy or all the things that we're told. I'm just a human being having an experience with a lot of questions. I felt God wanting to genuinely answer me, not punish me, not scold me, not be this big authoritarian figure above me, but to genuinely love and coach me and guide me in all of the ways that maybe I didn't have growing up. I didn't have someone to really, really guide me. My dad wasn't around and my mom worked all the time. I have a very active brain. I have a very active mind. It's very loud. It can become very loud up here very quickly. And I have to stay on top of that. But if you didn't have a parent, if your head was like that and you didn't have a parent that fully understood that growing up, and you were just labeled bad or disruptive or talkative or this or that, and you start building this label of yourself of like being unworthy, and then it's hard to fully accept who you are, like on a core level who you are, and you have maybe an acceptance wound. I had an acceptance wound. I felt like I had to mask or change or shift to get love because who I was fundamentally wasn't good enough. And I feel like God comes in to separate you, to show you his voice or her voice or their voice, so that you know, oh, that's just anxiety. That's just fear. That's not God. I'm safe. I'm safe. I'm safe. I'm safe. I'm safe. God just wants to take care of me. God really does just want to bless me. These are lessons for me to grow and to learn and to step into versions of myself that I didn't even know I was capable of being, because no one ever shined that light for me or nobody ever really guided me. But God never gave up on me and found me in genuine rubble, found me and guided me back onto this path because I'm loved that much and you're loved that much. Whenever I tap into my higher self and she comes through and talks to me, that's something that she would say a lot. Is like, hey, we don't deal with some of the issues that you're dealing with now. So you're going to have to kind of work through it in whatever way to meet me here. But that can't come here because I don't deal with that. Do you see what I'm saying? What else, God? What do you want to come through, God? The stability that you build within and the relationship that you build with God that builds this trust allows you to soften. And it's when you soften that you become receptive. That spirit, God, universe can actually let the manifestation land. You have to stabilize the frequency long enough to hold it. And you do that by embodying the identity of the person who could hold it. I think that's why it talks about in the Bible like God changing people's names. I, God changed my name. I changed my name. I changed my identity. And in changing my name and changing my identity, my reality is now shifting and changing with it. Not just because God's like snapping his fingers and doing it, but because you're changing. And when you change, you start to make decisions and moves and steps in the direction of alignment. And because of that, and the ways that God's working in the background, your reality will start to shift and you'll start to change. But I'm telling you, it starts here and it starts with faith. There's a version of me out there that already has everything that I've been asking for and everything that I want. Everything that I've been asking for and everything that I want. What do I actually have to worry about? Nothing.